It was winter can you hear me? It was winter during a cold March of 2009 when Joyce White, with her best friend Nellie, decided they could, and they did, cook and deliver meals for people around them who through circumstances of life were hungry and often alone. Those first 7 meals marked the modest start of Food for Friends, which has served 25,760 meals and is now serving 151 people in many communities in Williamson, Milam, and Bell counties. It is a testimony to Joyce's inspirational leadership that an army of volunteers work in and fund the program. In 2009, the generosity of an anonymous donor funded a ramp-up of operations with the construction of a commercial kitchen for Food for Friends. People are visited with the delivery of meals so that they know they're not alone. Their souls are nourished, their needs assessed, and other needy people identified. Thus, additional needs are provided for such as milk to children and coats, heaters, and blankets to those who have none. The program has evolved to furnishing clothing, bedding, household goods, utensils, and furniture. A fledgling component is now refurbishing dwellings and helping to locate alternative dwellings for those in need. In Bartlett, the First Methodist Church has generously provided an empty parsonage where the clothes closet operates as a place where people can find additional food as well as clothing, bedding, and household goods. Joyce is particularly dedicated to serving veterans who've served us and who find themselves in desperate straits and are too proud to ask for help. A Democratic activist all her life, Joyce, with her husband Tommy, worked for civil rights when it was sometimes dangerous to do so. She participated in many campaigns, including walking the neighborhoods of Houston with Barbara Jordan, registering voters. She grew up at the end of the Great Depression and all its suffering under the presidency of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Her mother died because she couldn't afford medical care. As a result, she was raised by various family members. Not an easy lesson for a young child, and one she's never forgotten. A measure of her intellectual prowess was her graduation from the University of Texas with a bachelor's degree in 3 years and a master's in 1, all the while working at least 30 hours a week. Joyce taught school in Granger from 1971 until the late 90s. The Williamson County Democratic Party salutes Joyce White as a great hero and a grand role model. We are pleased and proud to have her as a friend and mentor. We have, for your consideration, you want to ask the vote. Yeah. We're going to ask the group to vote. This is the way we're going to present it. Yeah.
Is there any discussion of this resolution to honor Joyce White? All in favor of passing the resolution coming out of the Resolutions Committee, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. Will Joyce White please come to the front?
Joyce, your escort in the form of Paul is coming to escort you to the stage. Joyce, it is with great pleasure that I give you this, and I think that everyone would like to hear a few words from you.
Okay.
was a really nice thing for you to do for me, and I thank you. But I would never be up here like I am if it hadn't been for my friend Nellie, who started this whole thing. And when we started Food for Friends, we noticed people were hungry, and we decided we needed to do something. And I said, well, what do you think we can do? And Nellie said, well, we both grew up during the Depression. We know how to cook from scratch. We can cook. And so we started. And she was the one who did so much in keeping our books, because I am the worst, my family will tell you, at keeping books in the world. And she would search out, if she had 13 cents missing, she would look for it until she found it. And I don't know, I guess I'm kind of up here because I'm old, you know. I wanted to tell you that I did start working in a Democratic election when I was 15, and that was, 65 years ago. So do the math, and you know how old I am. And in 1st of May, I'll add another year to that. I have always been proud to be a Democrat, because I think we're the party that cares the most about everybody. And that's the party. And when people ask me sometimes, when we get into it over policies and things, they say, well, why are you a Democrat? And I tell them, why in the world wouldn't anybody want to be a Democrat? Lord. I like Democrats. We have a lot of fun. The Republicans are always worrying about taxes or profits or stocks and talking about pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, which they never did. You know that. And the Tea Party, they're always mad at somebody. They're running around with guns. And that apocalyptic group, now forget that, you know. They're just looking for the end of the world, and they want to board themselves up so they can survive when nobody else does. And I'm telling you here now, if it comes to that, I sure want to go, you know. I don't want to stay with these people. No. That's not for me. I have enjoyed working as a Democrat. I will continue working, and I'm not going to be a precinct chair anymore. But I'm not quitting working with your party. I'm just quitting that so I can spend more time on our Food for Friends program. And I can also help my daughter, who's running the clothes closet, and she's working many days a week just to keep that going. So I'm here to tell you, as a Democrat, be proud that you're a Democrat. Don't ever take any guff off of anybody. I don't intend to. I didn't, and when we were in the civil rights movement, my husband sure didn't, because he would have whacked them in the mouth. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get old gracefully and probably be meaner to other people, but I'm going to enjoy doing what I do and being proud of being a Democrat, because we do care for other people. I think that's in our DNA, because I've never run into a Democrat that really wasn't caring of others and not judging people by color, race, anything else. So I've been happy with this organization. I've worked at all levels, a judge, a precinct chairman, written a lot of letters to some of you young ones. When I started out by addressing envelopes by hand because that was the way it was done. The first campaign I ever worked in, and you'll have to go look this up probably on Wikipedia, some of you, was Coke Stevenson versus Lyndon Johnson for the Senate. And I hate to tell you that in my heart of hearts, sometimes I wonder, did we really win that race or not? After we finished that, I helped with the other elections, and we won one of those. And I thought, man, I worked on 2 elections, and we won both. I'm 2 for 2, man. I'm invincible. And it hasn't turned out always that way. But it's been a good run, and I've enjoyed it. I got to meet a lot of people that I would never have met otherwise. So hold your head up high. Don't let anybody put you down. And remember, we're the best, the most caring, and we've got the record to prove it. Thank you.